Good morning, Sister Aline.
Good morning.
And thanks for accepting our interview on the occasion of your Silver Jubilee. First of all, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, my name is Sister Aline. Yeah, I come from a family of 8 children, 3 boys and 5 girls. I'm a twin. I was born with a brother, and we are third and fourth in the family. Well, fourth and fifth, not third and fourth and fifth. We had 3 before me and 3 after us. My father's name is Nicette, and he has passed away about 13 years ago now. And my mom's name is Gladys. She's still alive. I did my schooling here in Seychelles. I'm from a Seychelles family. I was born here in Seychelles and brought up in Seychelles. And I did my primary education at St. Teresa School, which was a mission school at that time. And then my secondary school, I did 1 year at St. Agnes School, and then I was transferred to Regina Mundi Convent School. And during my time at school, I had great admiration for the sisters, because I was at school with the sisters from the primary school up to secondary school. So this admiration I had for them grew into a desire to become like them one day, But I was very, very timid at school, and I didn't want to tell anybody about this desire I had in my heart, so it remained a secret in me. So I continued my education, and then after my O-level, I joined the secretarial school for 2 years, because I felt I wanted to do some kind of profession in my life first, So I joined the secretarial school. I did a course in stenographer for 2 years. But during that time, I joined the vocation club at the same time, and Sister Margaret Camille was in charge of the club at that time. But still, I didn't want to talk about my vocation, but I joined just to know a bit more about what is a vocation. And then I remember one day, after we had a session in our club, I remember 3 of us friends who were still talking as we were going home. And I remember one said, "Who among us now is going to be a sister?" And straight away I said, "Not me." So I said, "No," but deep in my heart, I had this great desire. I was a bit hesitant to talk about it, to say it. I said, "Not me." And then she said, "Aline, I see you're the only one now among us who can be a sister." But I didn't say anything, I kept quiet. And that desire grew in my heart, even though I was not able to say it, but it grew in my heart. And I remember one day we had a recollection day. It was organized by the Vocation Club up in Namizé. At that time, the sisters still had a convent there in Namizé. So we had a reflection day there organized by Sister Margaret for us. And before that, I had been praying to God, saying, "Please God, send somebody to ask me if I would like to be a sister," because on my own I didn't have the courage to say it on my own, So I kept praying for some time, asking the Lord to send somebody at least to ask me, So during that recollection day there we had, I remember towards the end of the day, I was in the convent, just passing in the convent, and then Sister Margaret, who was in charge of the vocation club, was passing at the same time, And then she just asked me, "Aline, would you like to join us?" I just said yes straight away. Then I could feel a relief in my heart at that time that my prayer was answered. So she made arrangement for me to see a sister who was in charge of aspirant of the girls who wanted to join the convent at that time. She was called Sister Oliver. So she made contact with me to see her. So I was still at school at that time. I was at secretarial school. So on and off I went to see her to discuss things about my vocations and all that. And then after I finished my training at secretarial school, I got a job straight away at the Supreme Court as a stenographer. So I went there to work that January, and that same January, at the end of the month, I joined the convent as an aspirant. That was the first stage of vocation. But I was staying with the sister, and at the same time I was going to work at the Supreme Court as a stenographer. I worked for 8 months at the Supreme Court as a stenographer, and then at the end of after 8 months, I stopped because the sister saw that I was ready to continue with my vocation. So I stopped working as a stenographer, and I was sent to Ireland to do my postulancy and my novitiate. That was for 2 years. Then after the 2 years, I came back here. I did my first vows. That was in 1986, 25 years ago. Yes.
And now you are a teacher in Tanzania.
Yeah.
And tell us how do you relate your teaching work and your religious work?
Well, as you know, teaching is a very taxing job, you know, it's a very demanding job. So as a religious, because, I mean, we religious, when we teach, of course we have to, I'm teaching English there in Tanzania. So we have to make the difference between the lay person and the religious. You know, the lay person, most of the time, the people, the local people, they teach to get a salary for them to live. Of course, we need to live also. But we go a bit further than that. We teach in order to bring that young person we are teaching, I mean, both spiritually and socially in life, not just for the sake of getting an income at the end of it, but to make sure that the person grows well, spiritually, socially, and to be able to fit well in the society and contribute well to the society.
Okay. And do you have a message for the young girls in Seychelles?
Well, I know now vocation is very, very rare. Yeah, actually in Seychelles, nobody is joining the religious life. I mean, on the side of girls. I think maybe the problem, I don't know what is really the problem, but I feel the problem is there are too many distractions. Too many distractions, the girls are lost, you know. For me, maybe I think God is still calling people even now, even in Seychelles, you know. For my message for the young girls of today, maybe they need to make some space in their lives where they could sit quietly and try and reflect on their life, create some quiet space and try to reflect on their life. What is it they want? And try to listen to what God is telling them in their life also. I think this is what is missing now with the youth. They don't make this time to listen to what God is saying to them, because God speaks to us every day. You know, I think this is what is lacking in our youth today. They are too preoccupied with many things. There are many temptations. Technology is developing very fast. I think they are caught up in this world. You know, it's that space they need to listen to what God is telling them in their lives. Yeah.
So on behalf of the website team, I would like to thank you once again for the interview.
Thank you.
And our best wishes for your Silver Jubilee.
Thank you very much.
And all the best for your mission in Tanzania.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sister.